Hello Leo, how are you guys doing? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Okay. So I just want to clear the energy really quick. Okay, cool. So Leo, I'm gonna use this picture is kind of cool. It's like past life oracle, love life. Whoa. Like for some of you, forgiveness. I was feeling an energy of like somebody coming back. We'll see about that, if that comes out or what. But I was feeling this energy of you like being on the beach, being by a body of water, putting your feet in the water and like feeling that the water is like healing you. You know, the ocean heals, salt water heals, okay? And that turning into like you standing at a podium or something, and then back to the ocean. So I just feel like there is something here changing in your life where you're going to be able, because you have healed yourself, you're going to be able to be elevated in some manner, and you're going to be able to experience more luxury in your life. We'll see about this. We have phobias. You could have had a lot of phobias in your life that you went through, that you got over. It could be fear that is telling you something, that is revealing to you that something isn't actually real. It's just the pictures that you have in your mind, right? It's like sharks. Some people are so afraid of sharks. And you know, there are people that have been attacked by sharks. Yeah, that is something that happens. I think they attack like 8 of us a year, 12 of us a year. And I think we like kill like millions of them a year. So it's like, really, should we be afraid of sharks? Should they be afraid of us? You know, coconuts kill more people. A coconut falling off of a tree and onto somebody's head kills more people than sharks do every year. So we should be, but how terrified are people of sharks? Like, isn't that insanity, right? The things that we have built up in our mind. And I feel like for you, you have gone through and you have battled a lot of things. This may be an indication of past life, somebody you know from a past life, a particular phobia that you had and they had, or around the time you saw them again, you were working through some kind of a fear or something. Or, you know, you could be a person that helps other people work through their fears and phobias. Helps them see that this is not actually what you think that it is. We'll see about this. Could be, you know, if you're feeling fear, it's telling you something. And this is for you to step outside of yourself and look at, what is this telling me? Okay. Native American. Could be native of any land. So maybe you could feel drawn to a culture. It could be Native American culture, but could be any native culture. It could be the native culture where you live in the world. Could be just another native, or just a culture that you find very, you know, you feel interested in their culture. You keep seeing their culture. Male, female. going to have to do with the differences. A lot of different, okay, prosecution and inquisition. Very interesting. How different people are treated. You know, I feel like a lot of people, you know, they could kind of see you as a person that, you know, an outcast in a way. You have very different ways about going about things. And, you know, male and female, masculine energy, feminine energy, you know, both sides, every person has divine masculine, divine feminine energies within them. And it can be, you know, expressing those energies, right? Whether they're male or female. But there's something here about being persecuted, being for just being like who you are. Maybe being afraid of showing different sides of yourself, because knowing that that would be the outcome, because it's like other people are not agreeing with the who you are and your connection to spirituality, your connection to the earth. You know, Native American culture is, you know, from what I know about it, is very much so, you know, connected to this earth and everything. So there could be a lot of things where people just don't understand you, and because of your gender, you could feel kind of trapped here. So we'll see about this. You have transcendence and unity. Wow. Wow. It could be something that you were very much so afraid of. And you hear about all these things all the time about people that, you know, have these terrible phobias, and then come to find out the reason behind it, which this deck is by Brian Weiss. And if you know Brian Weiss, or if you've heard about him, he's someone who was very much so like, I guess you could say, typical masculine energy, by way of, you know, he was very much so like, I see the proof, and this is what it is, you know, and you work hard and you get things, you know, and he worked for some big college. I don't know which one. In the psychology department, he was doing hypnosis on people, and people, like one girl, one day she went back thousands of years to a past life. And this is why she had all these phobias, these fears, these problems in her life, was because of these repressed memories that she had of a different lifetime. And this was a person that was like, oh, definitely didn't believe in this kind of spiritual thing at all, you know, Brian Weiss. And so it was kind of like this amazing thing that he came to believe in past lives and all of these things. So then there's a transcendence and unity. So this is just reminding me of somebody that would be a persecutor of this, somebody that would say, oh, science says this isn't true, you know, and here's all of the reasons why you're wrong, you know. And actually his work proved that it's you know, it is something that happens, you know. So, and then all of these other people, this continued to happen, and now he gives talks, and he's kind of on both sides. He understands this kind of community, but he also understands the other side of, you know, I guess you could say the native side, the spiritual side, the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine, right? So there's something here, you very much so yourself could be the one that is uniting different cultures together in this very unique way. It could be different cultures, different just belief systems, ideas. Okay, you have disharmony, conflict, and triggers here. So yeah, you kind of know that People are not going to be like so welcoming, I feel like, with everything that you believe here. Everything that you have to say. You have closed off, guarded, resistant. So this has caused you to close off. You know, hey, read the room. You know, I know this audience is not going to, you know, they're not going to be about this. So I'm not even going to go there here. Could be how the things have been going for you. But, you know, of course, feels like there's a change coming. Sun, strength, empowerment. Yeah. So this is like you within yourself. There is something here. There is a reason why you had all these fears. There's a reason why you were pulled away for so long. There's a reason why you were pulled to nature, to heal yourself, to be alone in the earth and to heal yourself, to be closed off and just be alone with nature, right? Because there's something you're healing within yourself, and then now you're going to be able to help other people with this. It's like this energy of the in-between. And there are people that are trapped in the in-between, and they're trapped in the phobias, and they're trapped in the fear, and you're coming to help them. You have guilt, you have sabotage here. So people can make you feel very guilty for doing things that you have done in this life. You have ego and vanity. Yeah. That's really interesting. Guarded and then vulnerability. Okay. There could be something here where you're breaking kind of boundaries here, because a lot of people, you know, feel like they have obligations that they're supposed to fill. The male, female. There are certain men that have certain things that they're supposed to be doing according to society, and women as well. And that can be in families or whatever. So there could be something here where, you know, you're being perceived as someone who is just all about your vanity, all about your pride, all about your ego. And they're trying to make you feel guilty about choosing yourself, about choosing your way. But there's something here about being vulnerable. You're going to be willing to be vulnerable, and then you have open to receive. Wow. This is very interesting here. This has to do with inner child stuff, yeah. Wow. So interesting already. Good fortune is coming to you. This is giving me Mulan energy, right? Everybody thought, okay, you can't be this, you can't do this, you know, but she just believes in herself, you know, and she does hide that it's her for a long, long time, and she still gets persecuted, you know, and everybody does turn against her for doing what she did. But then she kind of stands up for herself, and she's like, no, you know, actually I'm proud of what I did. You know, and she ends up being honored, and she saves a bunch of people in the process. So this is very, you know, kind of Mulan energy, but you could be a male and do this as well. It doesn't just mean, you know, June. Okay, so this is now. This good fortune is happening now, and this battle has been something that's been going on for far too long, and I feel like the universe wants you to know this is about to be over. You have the boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. There could be other people in your family. Pay attention to your work. Okay, yeah. There could be people in your family that are like, there's things that they went through, and because of this fear, they have like kept this undercover who they really are for a long, long time, or things that happened to them for a long, long time, because this is like attacking people for being who they are, standing up for who they are, loving themselves for who they are, you know, all that kind of thing here. It could be something here that you're afraid of, but that's the thing is like there's reasons to what you're fearing. And that's just what I keep hearing. And I feel like you're going to figure out what that is and why that is, because something could have happened to you that you've forgotten about, that you didn't know. Being alone in nature is the way that you're going to find the resolution to this, that you're going to heal yourself, especially if it can be by a body of water or by, the ocean. Especially here, because there's a lot of people that see things a lot of different ways. And these ways are not healthy, and these ways are not serving people. They're not. So there's something here that you're going to be willing to open up about. That is something that, people look the other way about this. Look at how they're looking side to side here. This person's looking down. Everybody's like avoiding. She's looking side to side, looking straight on, and she's afraid. Right? It's like there may be something here that you're afraid of, and you're going to face it and say, you know what? I'm just going to trust within myself that whatever happens, I can handle it. Could be people, how they're going to react to telling them some kind of a truth, because they're the kinds, it's just something that is not addressed. That's just the way. There is no spirituality. There is no like substance in what things mean. It's just like, oh, you go here, you do this, and then you're a good person, or you're a bad person, and that's it. You've got to follow these boxes, and that's it. And it's like life doesn't exactly work that way. And you're realizing that, you're seeing that, and you're seeing that actually, I think if you knew what you have come from as far as past lives and all the things that you have gone through, how far you have made it, you would be amazed, A phobia is telling you something, that there's some kind of a disharmony. But then you have transcendence and unity, so that's harmony. So your fear is showing you something so you can see it in a different way. So this can create harmony. There is a possibility for harmony in a way you don't know that there is a possibility for harmony. Yeah. And I feel like there is a lot of blessings that are going to come to you now. This good fortune, this money, inheritance, or winning, property, June, now. So there is something that it's now time for this to come in for you. It's like you haven't had a home. You never had a home or a place where you could be yourself and be strong and be authentically you. And that's going to change here. Now you're going to receive. You're coming into a time of receiving. Whereas if you thought if you put yourself out there, you would be persecuted. And you're not going to be persecuted. You're actually going to receive. You're going to be open. There's a lot of people that were not loved. That, they were not loved. And so they don't treat other people in a loving way. They're doing the same thing that was done to them to everybody else. It's kind of like when you're looking at something and you decide to look at it in a different way, it changes what it is. These are deep-rooted beliefs that you're changing what they mean. And the earth is like helping you in some manner of way to do this. Okay. Let's see this phobias. Three of Wands and Three of Swords. 3. I have the energy I need to realize my goals. There could be something that you're waiting to act on, and there could be fear attached to this. There is something here about your life's purpose and what it is that you're meant to do. And there's going to be, like, when this opportunity comes, there's also going to be things that you're going to have to do that you're going to be like, you're afraid of, or there's a fear there. And it's like, oh, well, I don't want it if I have to do this part of it. And this is the thing that people don't realize that they do all of the time, is people would actually prefer the Three of Swords because they're used to it. It's like it's a suffering that they know. It's a predictable suffering. So because of that, they will choose that over, speaking the truth, being the truth here, and taking this risk and going for it. And it could end up in immense unity, but it's something new. So they haven't experienced it yet. So they don't know that for sure. So, and this is something about like, people will go to a job that they hate every single day. They actually absolutely hate it, but there's like few little parts that they love. Oh, well, we get free coffee and it's really good free coffee. So I just love it. But they make like no money, and it's like, oh yeah, well, one of my friends works there. So, I get to see her every now and then, but not really because I'm working so much and I hate it. And it's like, what? Versus going for your dream, and this could be immensely fulfilling for you. You could pursue this in a manner where, you could monetize this, and this could build and grow into be something amazing. But, you have to put yourself out there a little more. You have to, maybe you have to learn about managing finances, and it's like, oh, I'd rather not do that. There is something here where the limitations of male and female would keep people stuck. And this is just an example. It doesn't have to be this. But this is like, oh, if you, leave a marriage that is not happy, well, then how are you going to clean your house? You're going to be working. You're going to go home. You're not going to have anyone to come home to. No one's going to cook you a meal. You're not going to clean. The house isn't going to be clean. You won't have any children, and so then you'll be lonely and sad, and, you'll have no one to talk about your emotions with, and blah, 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 blah. And this is, oh, you don't want to leave this because, who's going to provide for you? You're going to struggle, So this is like people that are just kind of using a fear to keep them trapped or something here. There's like a huge fear that you overcame in your life. And now you're going to help other people do the same, is what this feels like. So there could be a beautiful opportunity that comes to you, and don't let this stop you. It's like, I don't want to put myself out there because then, how is this going to go? You don't want to put yourself out there in love again. Unrequited love. Should I be open to love again? Well, I don't know. The last time I was open to love, they didn't like me back. So that really hurt. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just never love anyone ever again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's see. Something really amazing is coming in here, but it's very different than anything you've ever experienced before. And this is where fear could kick in. So this is just saying, don't do that. It's going to be great. 6 of Cups. I remember and treasure past happiness. There could be somebody, that's coming back around. Maybe you thought this wasn't, they didn't have feelings for you, and that's actually not the case. And there was a reason for this, because there was some things that you had to change within yourself. They had to change within themselves for this to come together at the right time, because you have Queen of Swords here and you have the Magician. So this is you protecting your right to manifest. And there was a time where it's not telling other people and keeping this to yourself, but there is a way of putting this out there now, of taking this opportunity that is a gift from the universe. It's like the 3 of Wands. They're looking out over the water, and the ships are leaving. And it's like he was waiting for the ships to come in. Now the ships came in. He made this decision, okay? Lined up with it, right where he's supposed to be, and he's watching the ships go out. And get on that ship, man. You still have time to run out there, you know? Do what Pocahontas did. Jump off of that cliff. You know? It's like, oh, Native American. You gotta go for it. She's like waving goodbye to the love of her life. What are you doing? You know? Only for her later on to end up going to England anyways. And then what? Have a little awkward moment when she runs into John Smith. Oh yeah, you were the love of my life, but I didn't go with you, so I decided to fall in love with someone else. There's something here about something coming back around. And you protecting your right to live your own life and not live this obligation. Oh, I have to stay here for my people. Why? There's plenty of great people there that I'm sure would love to, you know, take on your role, and I'm sure they're perfectly capable. You know what I mean? There's something here where the time has come. Maybe there is a time where that sacrifice was needed and was great. But there is a change that happened, and now it's about you. You know, your life is supposed to be about you. And so the universe is kind of saying, you know, this is here for you, but you have to go for it. But still, the high priestess is still kind of saying there's secrecy with the high priestess. Okay, the high priestess is not, you don't need to tell everybody this, because not everybody is going to get it. Not everybody is going to understand it. Pocahontas went and told her tribe, she's like, look, I'm going with John Smith. Sorry, guys. You know, there's going to be some people that are like, are you crazy? You know, you don't have to explain yourself to everybody. You know what's right for you. And this is very interesting because you have, you know, the sun here, empowerment and strength, which is masculine energy. And then you have the high priestess represented by the moon. So this is within you, the divine feminine and divine masculine coming together. And there is a very unique way that this is coming about. I feel like you're a person that people are very curious about. You're very intriguing. You know, you have this secret, mysterious energy about you, but you also have this bright, shiny energy about you. People are very attracted to you. People really want to know about you, you know, and you have been kind of closed off for some time, guarded, because you had to protect your energy because everybody was wanting it, right? And there is something about understanding your own energy that now there is this way where you're in this elevated vibration where people are not trying to come at you necessarily. There are people trying to come at you. I feel like they're more watching from the shadows, honestly. Whereas before you were getting a lot of people that were very, you know, rude, very, you know, just not respectful of you, of your energy, you know, a lot of egos and stuff, you know. But now it's kind of like people almost see you and they're in awe of you, you know. So at least people that are, you know, it's like either you're attracting one of two things: people that are, you know, adoring your energy, or people that are repulsed by it. You know, it's like very this way or that way. You know, that's how this feels. So they're looking two different ways, and that's that. And it's because of their own ego. It's because of their own vanity. It's because of them sabotaging themselves, you know, and them needing to be vulnerable. It's like your energy demands for people to be vulnerable and to grow. And if they're not going to grow, then they're going to be upset in some particular way or whatever. But there is some kind of a protection around you where people cannot get close enough to you. You know, they can, you know, feel this way from afar. Yeah. Oh, well, it says resistance. I thought it said distance. Why did I think there's something here that says distance? I don't know. Oh well. You may like see like think that you see like pictures of things in clouds or in the trees, and it's like, oh, that looks like this, oh, that looks like that, and that is like a message from spirit. Or you may see things like an owl out during the daytime or the moon out during the daytime. There's just something about the opposites of things. You have the Five of Wands. I stand my ground and look for peace. That's what I'm saying, is there's people that are against you for sure. 100%. 100%. And the garnet is very interesting because garnet is the stone of, it's like letting your hair down. You know, it's supposed to be wild and free and just like in love with life and vitality. And then people hating that. This brings out confliction within people. And they're either, you know, adoring it, feeling empowered within themselves as well, feeling immense love, or they loathe and they have not the best things on their mind, which I've never gotten that from this card, but it kind of feels like a villain card today. And that's just the truth of it. People are either going to grow or they're not. And this could be people that you can see that people may not actually be what they look like. You know what I'm saying? And you may also be very pleasantly surprised to find that people are not what they look like. And you're going to see that in the world when you're going out into the world, when different things are happening. This is like, you know, someone who's like a rapper, but they knit or they crochet. You know, or this could be somebody that, you know, they look like just like this, you know, sweet little old lady that bakes muffins, but she can like rap like a crazy, like what? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they look one way and you could put them into this category, right? But they have the opposite kind of, but in a positive way, because that's the thing, is like you're moving away from people that are conflicted about their divine feminine, divine masculine, because you're no longer conflicted about your divine feminine, your divine masculine, the sun and moon within you. You know, where we had conflict, we now have unity and transcendence. And so you're going to see these extremes where other people very extremely are against this or very extremely embody this. And you have the world here. I celebrate life and welcome new energy. Yeah. I feel like more and more you're going to get into people that, you know, have mastered this here. And you're going to help people with mastering this, with putting down some kind of fear, some kind of phobia, some kind of conflict, some kind of obstacle, being persecuted in whatever way, you know, that you were, what you experienced can be different for different people, you know. And there is a sword of truth coming out. There is, you know, Ace of Swords. So there is something here. And this is Garnet again. So this is people that are afraid to let their hair down, to come out and to say, hey, this is who I am. You know, they're kind of holding back a little bit. But Queen of Swords, it's like you're defending this, and you have the Magician. You're defending, it's okay for you to come out now. You know, it's kind of like you're the one that was like, I'll go. I'll be the sacrifice, and I'll go out there and I will show everybody that, hey, you can have nobody believe in you. You can believe in yourself. You know, one person in alignment is more powerful than millions who are not. You know, there's something so very profound here that you have, and you're so confident in this knowledge, and you're teaching other people. This is Queen of Swords. And it's like, you know, you kind of had to go through that darkness here, because look at how, you know, she kind of looks very similar to the High Priestess. It's like, yeah, you know, I went through the same thing that she went through. You know, I'm the same kind of alien as her. You know, I know her ways. So I know how to defeat her. Like, Catch Me If You Can. When Leonardo DiCaprio ends up working with Tom Hanks, because he's like, yeah, you know, I know how to catch people who are con artists, because I'm like the best con artist there is. You know, but he changed his ways. So there's something here about this that it's like people are more and more people are gonna be in their true energy, and after people are around you, I mean, just at a barbecue, you pass them, at the market. There's something in your aura, other people's aura, they pick that up, and it's like their life, things come crashing down, and it comes crashing down because it's supposed to, because you're not supposed to stay in this conflict. They will stay in this conflict that's like kind of shitty, but there are a few good parts, Oh, I get a lot of paid time off. Oh, I get to drink Diet Coke while I do my job. What? Who can, I decorated my office really cute, but I absolutely hate it every single second of every day. But one of those seconds, I look over at my cute desk and I smile. Really? No, you deserve more than that, So, yeah. Yeah, it was, so people are protecting, something here is being protected, and it's time for this to come out here. Now it's time for this to be seen. You have the Nine of Swords and the Hanged Man. I trust in the present moment, and I can see the situation in another way. Yeah, that's the thing, is in this nightmare, because something has been a nightmare, but it's like dressed up like a daydream. What the heck is this? But you see it, and you see the way out, and you see a different way to respond. Not be, because it's like these people are in prisons of the way that they see things. And this is people all over the world are doing this. All over the world. And the second they're free, what do they want to do? They want to put down all of those people that put them down. Now you're acting just like them. Now the cycle is continuing. What are you doing? There is something here about, there is a different way that this fight needs to be fought. And you're like made for this. You're like destined for this. This is really great. And you're putting yourself out here on the line. You don't know, hey, what's going to happen? And you're going to come to find out that good fortune is going to happen for you. Okay? Money, property through an inheritance, winning or windfall is coming for you. And it's coming this June. It's coming sooner than you think. And this is an angel here on this card. So angels want you to know that you're being protected here. And it's time for things to turn. It's time for the sun now to come out, which is so beautiful because you went through this darkness, of the moon. And now the sun is clarity. Now the sun is joy. Now the sun is bliss. Now the sun is empowerment. This is celebrating unity. This is coming together here. I am optimistic and I appreciate all that I have. It's like you can see something that doesn't exist in this world, on this planet, and you're going to make it exist. You're going to make it happen. You're going to make it real. I freaking love this. So much. Let's get an Archangel Michael card. What a pretty card. Pay attention to your dreams. Whoa. Thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderfully restful night's sleep, Archangel Michael. I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, my guide, my healer. Please allow me to understand on a spiritual level and give me guidance. So, there's something about before you go to bed, asking a question and, waking up and like going through life and then like the answer coming to you in pictures. And just somebody says something and it sparks a thought. This can happen here. And this is something about night and day. There is clarity that is coming in for you that's going to be like night and day. Because you recognize that there is more to this. That everybody, conflict and disharmony, this is so painful because we're supposed to be one. We're supposed to be living this life as one. And you recognizing this, you know, being this brave to act in this, you're going to receive so much for this. Where you have been persecuted, where you have received, you know, this negativity, this pain, this loneliness, this despair, these fears, you're going to receive money. You're going to receive strength. You're going to receive empowerment. You're going to receive luxury. You're going to receive, you know, monetizing your dreams. You're going to receive love everywhere you turn instead of disharmony everywhere you turn. This is a huge, huge change here that's coming in for you. A lot of blessings here. This is so beautiful. I'm so excited for this. Some of you, it's like you've already done all of this, and this is just like, okay, are the blessings going to come in? And the answer is yes. 100% yes. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope this resonated with you. And if it did, you want to like and subscribe. That would be so awesome and so greatly appreciated. Thanks, you guys, so much. I'll see you next time.